Previously on Lost.
Greetings, Ron Smalek.
And Fellonius the Wizard. We are previously on Lost.
We're going to record our Season 5 overview and our Season 6 predictions. I like this season more on the rewatch than I did the first time.
I can understand that.
I thought it was good the first time, but it seems more intricate. The first time I was like, especially when they revealed the Man in Black was John, it was like, it was somehow confusing. This time I liked it a lot more. Yeah,
It's also more of a firm hand all over the writing this time, and we are getting the results of what happened in season 4 and the break and all that. We really feel like, they are getting the stuff together. They are drawing us with both action and philosophy and all that stuff. We are getting everything we need, and we know that they have already finished season 6 at this point. We know that in the back of our head because we are rewatching afterwards. When you watched it first time, you didn't know that, right? That's the big difference, because we know that they had. I mean, if we are going to see this for the first time, it is actually like that.
Well, we did know that they had locked in their story, but we didn't have any hints.
No, we didn't need that.
Yeah.
I don't need that. I need to know that the book has an ending.
So I think before we can predict episode 6, though, I think we need to just double check some older predictions for season 5 and even beyond. Right?
Do you still have them? That's good.
So the first, I'm just going to go down the list, and some of these are all the way back from season 1.
Holy.
So Claire is a psychic. We didn't see anything about that, but Claire, we didn't see her after the cabin.
Nope.
So I'm going to leave this one on the list because I don't think we didn't see her die, so this could still come true.
Yeah, and she might actually have been touched by Jacob. We don't know that because, we'll
she
see.
Seems to have been touched by the Man in Black, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, or maybe not touched, but
because we don't know why she just disappeared.
Yeah, and why she was acting weird with him.
She just left Aaron, and then suddenly she was gone.
And why would she even be there with her dad acting all happy? She didn't like her dad.
No.
In the flashback. So that one's still probably. I feel like she's not going to be psychic, but I'm gonna leave it on the list anyway.
Yeah.
Until we know one way or other. John can't shoot Jack because he is an island guardian.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, if they do reset the timeline, then John's still alive. We'll see. So this one, whether or not Jack or John are actually island guardians, or just at this point they're just pawns of Jacob and Man in Black.
I feel so too. Yeah.
So Jacob. So I'm just gonna leave this on here for now, though. Jacob might be many characters merged together. This one's interesting because we just talked about the Man in Black is probably...
Yep, it's probably him we are referring to, right?
Yeah.
So Jacob isn't the island. It's the Man in Black who is more the island to me now. But perhaps none of them is. Let's put island as a neutral character. Yeah. And then these two are the war. We are talking about the war. Charles Widmore is talking about the war.
But it definitely was an interesting idea when you said it way back then.
Okay, it was me. All right.
Perhaps Aaron will have powers. We don't know that yet.
I doubt
this was mine.
Yeah, it feels like the babies, both sons and Aaron, they are not going to be part of this anymore. It feels like it. I'm not totally sure.
Yeah. Did Jack's dad really have a heart attack? We still don't know.
No, but if we're now guessing that the Man in Black is acting as Christian, then yes, Christian is dead.
Oh, you just made me have another question in my mind. No, actually, no. I was gonna say, could the Men in Black have been acting as John's dad in the Black Rock? But I don't think so, actually.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Is Jack's dad part of Dharma/Island? Well, the ghost version of him, I think, is part of the island in as much as he's the Man in Black.
Yeah.
But was he part of Dharma before? I'm still not sure.
No, they would have been putting him in 1977, 77, because of whatever happens.
Yeah.
There is a lot of photos taken from the Dharma Initiative, and we would have seen at least a photo with Christian on.
Yeah. So then I have this note, and I don't think I actually said this out loud.
No, here's a surprise.
I'm not sure if I did or not, but I had a note that said, some people are forced to the island, and some people are subtly persuaded to the island. Actually, I think I did talk about this when we met the Tailies, because the flashbacks showed people getting manipulated.
Yes.
So I feel like the people that are subtly persuaded is Jacob, and he lets... I didn't say the Jacob part back then, because I have that in parens here, but he gives people a choice and lets them decide, and I feel like the Man in... Actually, I take it back now. I don't think the Man in Black wants people coming to the island, so I don't think he's trying to get anyone there. That's just Jacob.
Yes.
So I'm actually going to delete this, but I do definitely see them using people as pawns.
Yep.
Will the island end in an erupting volcano? There's no sign of that yet.
Not yet. You never know, though.
Yeah. Who are the ancient people on the island that built Four-Toed statue? We're pretty close to getting that answer, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's a real fun, because they could have made any type of statue, but it is more like an Egyptian Anubis or Ra, more than it is some sort of Mayan culture. But
So now those are all the ones we had before season 5. So now we're in the season 5 ones. You thought Mikhail would be back.
Yes, he might actually be dead.
Do you think he'll... Should I keep this one on the list for season 6 or no?
I'm not counting him out. He's on my list. Okay. I can tell you that much.
Okay, I will keep him in our season 6. You said we're going to see new flashbacks with Alex and Richard, but not from Richard's point of view. I think you were correct on both of those.
Okay.
We saw when Alex was stolen as a baby.
Yes.
We saw Richard visiting John. We saw Richard in the 50s and in the 70s.
Yes.
So we saw his flashbacks, but
But
not his...
what I was thinking back then was that we would be getting more of Richard as a person. We never do that. He's a robot as well. He's just going around being.
So you're saying... Do you think that might be in season 6? Richard before...
No. Richard is still a tool.
Okay. So no Richard flashbacks before the island.
No.
Okay. You had this one here. This is amazing. Jacob kills Ben.
You're kidding!
No,
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Well, it was totally the other way around.
Yep.
What the heck did I grab? What did I put on that one?
I don't know. That's all I have.
I think I was referring to the fact that Ben has been banned from the island. Now, I'm not totally sure if that is a rule or not anymore, but back then we thought that was the rule. Ben was banned from the island. If Ben gets back to the island, Jacob, a.k.a. the island, will kill Ben.
Oh, you know what? We totally forgot to talk about something.
Okay.
So Ben stabs Jacob, but in the moments before... So basically Jacob tells Ben, you have free will, you have a choice to do it or not. And Ben kind of gives Jacob a way out. He says, what about me?
Yeah.
And Jacob, in this moment, doesn't give Ben any reassurance. He says, what about you?
Yeah, so what?
And the way he
You're
said
nobody.
the way he said it, I'm going to say that sounded like a brat.
Yeah.
Sounded like
So,
yeah, you're right. What about you? You're nothing. Almost like Jacob wanted
Yep.
Ben to choose that.
Yep. There he was, one of the Backstreet Boys telling Ben, yeah, so what?
Yeah, I mean that was emotionally charged scene.
Yep, it was, but it also led up to that point, and somehow John, or aka the black man, was actually making Ben feel like that all the way, that he was the lesser part, that he was inferior and all that stuff, according to Jacob. Because Jacob never showed his face to Ben.
But Ben still wanted to believe. He says,
Yes?
Why me?
I gave you
Basically,
everything and you gave me nothing. It was more or less that.
And Jacob, all he had to do was say, it was all one big test to lead you up to this moment.
Yes.
If you make the right choice, you're good. But instead, he just says, what about you? And that's like the ultimate test of...
And that doesn't really makes us believe that Jacob believes in the humans, right? I mean...
Or...
that's not progress.
It seems too hard.
Yep.
But like maybe he can take you so far, but you still have to make your own choice, and he didn't want to influence it. But yeah, that could have gone a whole different way.
Yeah.
So yeah, we forgot to remark on that. Okay.
Okay.
You wanted to know what's up with the others at the temple. Have you been satisfied with that?
We are now connected with the others in 2007, so they have been,
we know that the temple can save a boy who's dying.
Yes.
But change him forever.
Yes. The temple is also manipulative. You can use it, as the Man in Black has done. but
do you think we'll be back there in season 6, or is that done?
The temple is absolutely a part of it in season 6. Absolutely. Right. That might even be the fighting ground we end at. We never know. You never know.
Headphones out. Sorry. So that might be the final battle.
Yep, that might actually be.
Okay.
And on the grounds, that is up on the grounds, not down below.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't think I cheated in this one because I really did think this, but I said that the flash forward, so 2007 will be the primary timeline and the island will become the flashbacks. It kind of did because of the 50s and 70s.
Yeah, you can see it that way. I see 2007 as the prime timeline. Mm-hmm. But then Daniel came and totally erased that, because he's saying that the timeline that we are following is the chronologically correct one. And if we are suddenly in 1977, that is because we are going to be there according to our timeline. Yeah. So the timeline is actually, it is a bit strange.
Yeah, so that one I'm not going to keep on the list. So you said, according to my notes, Richard or Locke leave the island to bring news of the bad things. Which Locke did leave the island.
Yes.
And brought them news of the bad things, which is what brought them back. So I think you got that one right.
Yeah, but that was pretty logical.
I don't know.
If you're going to write a story, you need to have that convey thing done. And he was that transportation. That's the transport part. You just have to do that, because A needs to meet B. And in order to do that, you have to put C in between. If you're writing a story, you know this, Ron. You have written many stories. If you have to have some sort of transition, you have to do that. And was just a transition. It was logical.
So then I only have 3 more dot points. So you said that Widmore kills Locke and will be in the final fight in season 6.
Holy cow. Well, first of all, it wasn't Widmore who killed Locke. It was Ben. So that was wrong.
Well,
Widmore will be in season 6. Yes, why not?
And in
but
the
he
final
doesn't know
battle.
when. Yeah, but he doesn't know where the island is.
Yeah, his whatever. Well, okay, but remember, or maybe they might have just reset the timeline. So
Well, I doubt that. But okay.
Maybe Widmore. No, he would have already been. Wait, at the point. Okay, at the point where the bomb goes off, Widmore's already been exiled. No, not yet. Because Ben is still a kid.
Yep.
So Widmore would still be on the island at this point.
Yes. And he would be one of those who would be totally wiped out of an H-bomb. But since they are planning, or Daniel is actually thinking that they will equal out each other, then it would be stopped anyway.
So do you still think we're going to see more of Widmore in season 6?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. We didn't resolve the anything.
Nope.
The attack on Penny failed, but that didn't resolve it. That didn't finish the war. Nope. The war, I don't even think we saw the war yet.
No, although, it hasn't happened.
I mean, unless Ben just meant, or Widmore just meant that Saeed killed all of Widmore's people, but that doesn't feel like a war. So.
No, it wasn't. No.
Okay, is Claire dead? That was a question. I didn't put either of our name next to it, so I don't know. Maybe we both thought this. Is Claire dead?
Ah, that is an interesting question. And will she appear again in season 6, and why? Well, first of all, why would she?
She has to because Kate. The only reason Kate went back was to get Claire back to Aaron. So we have to either see them back together or find out that they don't get back. Claire and Aaron don't get back together. We have to know one way or the other. I think Claire will definitely be in season 6.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm not saying she's alive at this point.
Me neither.
In 2007, but I'm not saying she's dead because we really didn't see her die. But I don't know. So we need to find out why she was acting weird, right?
Absolutely.
And then the last thing I have from our pre-season 5 notes is that you said that Richard is going to be the final hero.
Yeah, I still think so. I think he's the new Jacob, or the new Man in Black, or the new anything. I still think so.
I don't think so. The reason I don't think so is because he has been the advisor for a very long time. I don't think he's ever... I think he'll always just be the advisor. He's not going to be the leader.
No, but he might be a new type of leader. He might actually be not a ruler as such. He might actually be a good democracy leader or anything. He has all the potential, and I really love that actor. Whatever his name was again, because I saw him in the extra bonus material, and I was like, oh yes, I want to have a day with Richard. Yes. He's so friendly, right?
I'm sad to say I forget his name. But
yeah, me too. Sorry.
He's in a couple TV shows here in the U.S.
Yeah.
They're more like romantic comedy.
Nestor Carbonell.
That's right. Okay, so that's all I have. Now, the next episode we're going to do is season 6, episodes 1 and 2. It's a 2-parter.
Yep.
Called LA Space X. So LAX is the airport that they left. Yep. Or no, that's where they were headed to.
Are we already through with the predictions?
No, not yet. I'm just setting up the context.
Okay.
So we're gonna give our predictions for season 6, and then next episode we're gonna just dive right into LAX.
Yeah. And that really gives things away, right? I mean, that is what they're talking about. I mean, even Sawyer said, this doesn't look like LAX. when he's in 77 trying to drop the bomb.
See, I feel, yes, I agree with what you're saying, is that LA SpaceX implies that we're going to start up right after the bomb goes off, or if it goes off.
Or if, before Flight 815 goes away, or if when they came back in 2004, or we really don't know where we are going to be there, because we have been there before, twice.
So, do you have any main predictions for season 6?
Let's see. We have a lot of stuff. First of all, there is one thing that I totally just kicks the man in black kicks Jacob into the flames. Now, according to me, or my poorly knowledge about the history of the Egyptians and all that, fire cleanses. Fire is a cleansing thing. What if he's not really dying? Perhaps he's actually cleaning up and getting back again. That's one thing. That is, Jacob is absolutely not dead. That is one thing that I'm totally certain of, and it has to do with the fire.
Okay.
The one thing that I thought was two groups, that is the others and the first. I'm calling them the first. I want to call them something else, but I can't find them anything. Those who were there before the Black Rock. Because I still think that Richard came on the Black Rock. That is really something that I have hard in mind. I
agree. I've always thought that, except whenever they called him Ricardus, and Ricardo, I would understand, but Ricardus sounds like an old Greek, Roman.
Yeah, well, but I think that you are way off there, because Ricardos is also Spanish or Portuguese, and he might actually be in a Portuguese or Caribbean pirate, the Black Ricardos. I mean, come on, give yourself some imagination here, right?
Well, but I do think that Ilana and Richard were talking to each other in Latin.
That is not true.
No?
Nope. I'm totally sure that it wasn't Latin, but it was more of, that's the problem. It was more of a Maya, some sort of Aztec speech for me. And it's more of also a bit of that Spanish Portuguese thing that they have nowadays, but it was a mix. It was a pure mix, because he answered her what lies in the shadow of the statue, and we didn't even get a translation, because we are not supposed to know which language it is.
Yeah. So I agree with you, though. I've always thought he came on the Black Rock.
Yeah, but I think that he will be. Well, he will be one of the few main characters still living there. And then we have those guys, as I said, the first and the others. The others are those who has been on Jacob's list, who has been added through other stuff, survivors from wherever. They are now the others, but they are the main group on the island. They are protected by the island. And now Ilana and the others, who might be ascendants from the old ones, and I call them the first. They are now arriving, and why? I thought it would be a war between these two.
But yeah, I'm on board with all that, but I guess it makes me ask a question: why is Ilana in bandages? Why is she not on the island why are they off the island, coming to the island? If they were the first, wouldn't they be living there with Jacob?
Yeah, but they have perhaps been, because of Dharma, because of the United States big army. We don't know what have happened before, when Ilana was on the island way back. And if she is going, I mean, I have an idea now that suddenly forms in my head. If Jacob goes around touching people, they are keeping themselves in contact with the island, and that means that they will not age.
When Ilana was in the hospital, was she in Tunisia? Was she in the same hospital?
I have no idea. It looked like it, yeah. Didn't even thought about that.
Yeah, I didn't either till just now. Like while you were talking, it made me think, did she turn the wheel and get...
Yeah, it might be.
I'm gonna note that.
Yeah, do that, because it's easier to do.
Okay, what else?
What else do we have?
Do you think
but no, the last thing we saw is that Ricardo's just letting the others don't bother with Ilana and her. They are having some connection. They showed John Locke's body, and that will probably unite that group. But whoever is going outside from the foot is going to be the next leader. What if it's Ben? Now that Ben has done his part, perhaps he is the main leader again. Because John isn't. He's dead.
So whoever walks out of the statue becomes the leader?
More or less, yeah. Or if they just shoot them down, both of them, we don't know.
I mean, I really get a sense that if Jacob dies, that the Man in Black is now suddenly become powerful and going to wipe everyone out or something. Like, it's going to be really bad. Like, I have a feeling.
No, well, if I'm putting all my faith in the island, but this time, because now I put the island as a neutral bystander, more or less. It is one of the characters, but it's a character that doesn't take side. And if the Man in Black is trying to do some sort of thing that is not good for the island will stop him. But so far, it hasn't done that.
Well, could it be something like the Man in Black and Jacob are, like when you're in a cartoon and there's a character's got to make a choice, and he's got the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other.
Yep.
Something like that. Like they're both connected to the island. They're both representing opposite viewpoints.
That is very good. That is a real thing. And then we have the time things. According to me, that explosion or implosion or whatever implosion it was can do a number of things, and I cannot for the life of me guess what we're going to do with this. It feels like, as I said earlier in this show, it might as well be that we just went back to the time when Desmond didn't push the button. Right?
This is where I get confused, because if the bomb blew up in the 70s,
yes,
then everything should be reset back to the 70s, and not like they keep saying everything's going to be reset back to the point where they're on 815. But I think it would be, but since Jacob entered their lives before that, like it seems like, who knows, Widmore, Penny could maybe not even be born because Widmore and Hawking don't get, or whoever, don't get together. Like it's not. It doesn't seem like the reset point is LAX.
No,
to be honest.
Let's take what we have. We have 3. Let's call them explosions. It really doesn't matter what it is. We have 3 explosions now, right? The first one was when Desmond didn't make it to the button, and that brought the 815 down. The second time was when John Locke didn't want to push the button. Right?
Well,
that made Desmond turn the key.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is it the only time it explode? Oh yeah, but he didn't turn the key when 815 came down.
No, he didn't.
See,
and in 1977, when the explosion occurs there is no key. There is no way except for the H-bomb to... Well, the H-bomb is the key, so to speak. But I'm comparing these 3 explosions, and for me, they are the same thing. They are a time loop starter. This is something that starts. So, if, and this is where your timelines came in, if that first explosion that we know of didn't occur, then the 815 just moves on like nothing has happened.
Yeah.
But 815 was already off course.
Correct. In the storm, yep.
Yep.
I mean,
so
yeah.
They might still land on the island. That is what, Wake. You can have as many timelines you want from that one. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so if timeline is reset, they might still land on island anyway.
Yep. Might be, actually. So no LAX for me in that turn.
Well, and again, I'm going to point out that it's LA space X, like LA X meaning like no or crossed out, right?
I thought the airport was called LAX.
It is, but it's all LAX, not LA space X. You know what I mean? There's a space there.
So it's a lax. Okay.
Yeah. LA. So all of our airports have 3-letter codes.
Oh.
Like O'Hare is ORD, Newark is EWR, Los Angeles is LAX.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, never mind.
But the title, the title of the episode has a space that's not part of the airport
then
code.
It might be another timeline. We'll never know.
And maybe we'll get our 2 freighters.
Well, we are stupid with that one. Let's take the other one. Now, from that first explosion, anything can actually happen. But I'm not leaving it there. The second explosion was when we turned the key and everyone was starting to move about. Let's see, nothing happened actually. What did that do? That explosion. Oh yes, it moved the island. When John Locke didn't want to do, it just moved the island, right?
I think I'm sorry. I think there's only one explosion. When the hatch implodes, that's when Desmond turned the key.
Yes.
But
according to what we have heard, we haven't seen it. When Desmond refused to push the button because he was out killing people or whatever he was doing, he didn't get to the key in time. And that also brought the 815 down. It might not have been an explosion, but it would have been some action from the energy field down below in the island.
Yeah, I can't remember. Did he just push the button late, or did he turn the key? He didn't turn the key, though.
No, he just pushed the button late because he was making all these notes. Later on, he was transcripting, he was printing out all the reports, and you could see exactly when he brought the plane down.
So enough of the stuff got out, but it didn't fully. Okay. So then,
let's go to the real one then. The real explosion when he turns the key, it moves the island, right?
No. I don't think it moved the island.
What did it do then?
It made the island visible to the outside world. And it started him skipping in time, but everyone else just woke up in the jungle.
Yes.
Right?
So that cannot be done again. That is something that we have no use of at all, right?
I mean, unless it's something like the... Well, I don't know.
I'm having a point here.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. And then now the last one. It is a real one. Now, I am now going to do a real prediction. I say that everyone who has been touched by Jacob during their normal life will be reset to their normal times.
Okay.
If they haven't been there. And because of the fact that we have all the 77 people gathered at the Swan Station at the same time, they are all around there. Hurley, Jin, and even Sayid is there. And they all been touched by Jacob. They will now be moved through time back to 2007.
So to the future, not to 2000 when they crashed.
Yes, and the reason they can do that is because Jacob is not around to stop them. Or perhaps he's actually there to greet them. We will see. Either way, they are now going to start somewhere else. And what we are going to probably see in the first episodes, this is just a pure guess, has no logic behind it, is some flash forwards. We don't want them, but we will get them. We will probably get a 2008 or 2009 flash forward when we start.
Mm-hmm.
And that will totally bring us, how the heck did they get there? They were on the island.
Because I don't see how, back to like what we were saying before, if they reset the timeline, then Sun and Lapidus and these people in 2007 just get reset. That all was for nothing. Jacob's not stabbed. If the people in the past travel back to 2007, they'll just suddenly show up and now deal with the fact that Locke is not Locke and what the heck just happened. Or because I don't think Sun and Lapidus and these guys go back to the 70s.
No,
I think
I
we're done
really
with the
doubt that.
70s.
Yes, that's exactly the real feeling, and I think that is a true feeling. And besides that, if it's going to be someone against the Man in Black, what if it is Sawyer? What if it's Jack? But they need to be in the same timeline as the Man in Black is at the moment. So we need to get even Sayid might even be, but I doubt that because he's added later on.
So you're saying it will be Sawyer or Jack versus the Man in Black?
Might be, yeah.
And is that like right away in season 6 or the end of season 6?
Middle. You know that war Charles Widmore is talking about? I think the war is still on. And the war has been on for quite some time between the Man in Black and Jacob. It doesn't feel like a war when you see them on the beach discussing eating fish. Of course not. Well, it's much deeper than that. But I feel like it's like that.
So Ben has chosen to be on the Man in Black side, right? Because he kills Jacob.
No, Ben is doing what Ben has been doing all the time. He's following his own path, his own ideas. And he's really anxious to get power. So when he sees that Jacob is just a person, that's one thing, and he just kills the guy because Jacob doesn't feel like Ben is a person, and that is exactly what the Man in Black was thinking, by making someone else occur, and because Jacob shows himself to Ben is able to kill him.
Yeah, but I mean, by killing Jacob, now he's on the Man in Black side going forward. Like, he's not going to be able to be accepted back on the good side.
Nope, I don't think so. I still think that Ben is on the island side. And the Man in Black isn't. Not on the same page. But of course, if you're looking at it from the character's point of view, yes, the Man in Black doesn't want progress. He doesn't want people to see the island. He doesn't want anyone to find it. And Ben has totally shared the same ideas.
And so Jack, Sawyer, Ilana's group, they're all on Jacob's side against the Man in Black. Okay, whose side is Whitmore on?
Yeah, but Jack and Sawyer doesn't know that yet.
Right, yeah, no, I agree. So whose side is Whitmore on? The Man in Black?
Whitmore is also on his own side. Okay. Yeah, but if he's on anyone's side, he's on Jacob's side. But he won't... If he knows that Jacob is gone, he would most likely be taking his own side. That means that one power is out. That means that there are some shoes to fill.
So remember...
This is because I am more like the Man in Black. I don't believe in human.
when Widmore goes to John Locke in Tunisia,
Yep.
and he says, Jacob showed me the error of my ways. I was doing things on my own, but now I'm back on the side of the island.
Yeah. That's half lie.
Okay.
He's just regretting things he did. But that's egoism. That's just him. He's so selfish that he thinks that if I'm just regretting this, I will back where I was on the island.
So I think so. Even though he's on his own side, I don't think anyone at all that we've seen is on the side of the Men in Black.
Nope.
They're all
not that we know of.
Yeah, they're either squarely in Jacob's camp or they're out for their own because they feel like they've been. Basically, they feel like they have been rejected by Jacob.
Yeah. Except for one person.
Who's that?
Richard.
Yes, but I don't think he's... Okay,
no, I know that you have lowered him, but let's say for the fact that Richard didn't see that John Locke wasn't John Locke. He didn't see that it was the Man in Black. There is some sort of discrepancy there that I don't really like. Mm-hmm. But there is still a thing about Richard. We'll see. Mm-hmm. Ricardos.
Okay. That's good. What else?
What else do we have? Well, let's just go through some of the guys. Let's say Jin. Well, he meets up with Sun, and if I were the writer, I would some sort of ways making Jin and Sun become the new Rose and Bernard. Now, Rose and Bernard should probably also come to the 2007. But they will then be living at the beach?
I think they will come to 2007, and they're just going to keep living off on their own. Like, I kind of think they're done.
Yeah, I feel so too. And I also feel like Jin and Sun is, if they meet again in 2007, I will say that they are out.
Now, Jin doesn't know about Ji-yeon, about his daughter.
Nope.
He doesn't, because he never he wasn't there.
Nope.
In fact, if Sun and Jin come to the future, to 2007 and meet, I feel like they're going to go off on their own and they're done. Like, they're not. Yeah. They don't care about all this other stuff as long as they're back together.
Exactly.
Okay, so...
Hurley, on the other hand, is he's an army for himself, but he's a good army. He's the teddy bear army. He will have some sort of saying in season 6 that might actually make the Man in Black become nice person or whatever. It feels like Hurley is the layer of oil you just put on water because it's going to be still. It feels like it. And I say Hurley will have a big impact on the powers to be. How? I don't know.
So he's going to turn the MIB into a nice guy?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yep, the MIB. I didn't see the second movie of those, by the way. No, never the best. So Hurley, and somehow let's put Hurley together with Miles. If there's anyone who has been actually making points the last time, is Miles. He's always there, putting some lines in, making people not think, just be irritated. But if you listen to what Miles says, it's really logical, but he's also on the spectacles, our side. We, the audience. It's Hurley and Miles and us towards the others.
I mean, I kind of don't think we need Miles. I mean...
No, we don't need, but he's there, and he's having fun.
I mean, he's resolved his thing with his dad.
Yep.
Right? And
yeah, but you can't just remove him at this point, because Hurley doesn't have his natural counterpart. Miles is one, so why not?
Okay. I just don't think we need both Hurley and Miles for
We
comedy.
don't need either of them, but I know that Hurley will have a big impact, and the reason he's big, it's not because he's big, it's because he's always had an impact on powers to be.
Well,
always.
he's been the humor, but he's also been the voice of the audience, asking these obvious questions.
Yes. But if you remember then when Hurley met Ben first time, it was like Ben was standing there waiting. What the heck is this? This is not what I'm used to. But Hurley, on the other hand, says, well, I'm a failure, I'm a jinx, I'm everything. And he had just was like, yep, that's how it's supposed to be. He's always taking it for granted, some stuff. Well, we'll see.
Okay.
Now, the Widmore thing, by the way, it probably will help if Eloise helps Charles to find the island. If not, Charles is out of the picture.
Okay.
Desmond and Penny is out of the picture.
I think so too. I think they lived happily ever after.
Yep. Let's see. Is there anyone else we can just remove immediately? Well, if your theory is right that everything is reset, then Charlotte is back. But how the heck do you put that one in? Then Charlie is back. Do we need it? Ethan is back. There's a lot of people who's back.
Yeah.
I really don't love
or were never born or
whatever it is. Yeah.
I don't know.
No. But
because I don't think if it was reset. Okay, if it was reset at that point, right? Dharma is on the island. Dharma still, except that. I see. I think they still build their bases and stuff because they're there for the magnetic properties, you know?
Yeah.
So then Charlotte was on the sub, leaving the island as a kid.
Yes.
So all that could still happen.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. Miles as a baby is leaving the island on the sub.
Yes.
In fact, that's fine.
Yeah, that's why I think still Daniel's idea about having timelines going chronologically at the same time that it doesn't do it. I think that is the puzzle piece that we really need. So Charlotte is actually living her life. I mean, let's face it, Daniel was actually living his life at the same time he was in his mother's tummy. Ellie was pregnant with Daniel.
So here's what'll happen. 2007, right?
Yep.
Jacob dies. There's got to be some kind of flash, right? Some white flash, right?
Yeah.
Suddenly,
some sort of.
The island itself changes.
Okay.
Such that, guess what? Dharma never got taken over by Ben. Dharma's still on the island growing strong. They're doing their experiments. Ethan didn't die. Ethan didn't die. Charlotte and Dan, they still come back to the like all these people still come, but now under good circumstances, not bad circumstances. Like
that's a hamster wheel if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
It's going around.
Yeah, because she wants to get back to a place that she knew as a kid. Like you said, 815.
Yeah, but we don't want that.
Still comes down on the island. Like everything still happens. It just happens slightly different.
Yeah, then we are into your timelines again. You have been talking about these now and then, and you have no substance in them, but you have them as an idea. And now I have grasped them as well, because it feels like there is something into it. Okay, I'm reading Isaac Asimov at the same time, and that might actually be the reason. But still.
In fact, like, let's say the timeline gets reset from the 70s on. I don't see that it changes anything.
No, that's really the point. The only thing it needs to change is that people touched by Jacob gets to there where they should be from the first time that is back in 2007.
Because Jack is saying that he specifically said that the bomb thing goes off and then the Swan never gets built because the energy's gone.
But as you said, it's most likely it's the other way around. Because of the bomb goes off, you need to build the Swan to keep a lid on it.
You know what? Maybe I just realized what they're trying to say. If the bomb doesn't go off, the energy... they built something that makes the energy build up and then has to be released in a controlled manner.
Yeah.
If the bomb goes off, it completely wipes out the energy completely.
Okay.
And so they don't need to build the Swan at all because there's no more energy. Dharma gives up and leaves the island because there's nothing special about it anymore.
Yeah, but then the island is dead.
Mm-hmm.
The character, the island, is dead.
So maybe...
and that means that Jacob and the man in black has nothing to fight about.
Well, and Jacob's dead too, so...
Yeah, but in another time age. 30 years ahead from now.
So, I mean, I can't even predict what would happen if the island was dead, but you're exactly getting my point is, if the island's dead, it's not special anymore,
and
then
everything that has happened has never happened, because there is no special island. And perhaps 815 didn't even drift from the course it had.
Yeah, so now I've gone all the way back around to understanding Jack's theory, even though it still doesn't feel that it's too simple.
It's too simple, and it's really, I mean, you can't build a whole season on that. And it's absolutely no action. If there's something that we are used to is that if you're doing a TV show, you need to give the audience 100% of everything that you have. And just saying, let's reset it, now it's 0, everything's fine, everyone lived happily ever after. You can do that in 2 minutes.
Okay.
You don't need a whole season 6. So that's why I'm talking about. Charles Widmore was talking about a war, and that war has been going on forever. And now, thanks to killing of the Jacob, it is going on again, and there are some other Jacobs coming up, like Jack. The reason Jack and Jacob is so closely in names, you might actually have that as a clue as well.
Jack becomes the new Jacob.
Yep.
I do get a sense that could be where it's going.
But he needs to get back from 1977.
Well, yeah, no, the Flash happens now. He's in 2007.
Yep.
Like you said, he fights the Man in Black, whatever.
Yep.
Sawyer. So what about Saeed? He's shot. He's dying.
Okay. But he's on the island, right?
But they killed the island with the Flash.
No. I doubt that they did that.
The energy.
I doubt that. I think it actually just dampened the energy. And when they realized they could dampen it with that type of fusion, they probably put in something in that button to damper it. Every time you push the button, you do that same dampering thing that hitting a rock on an H-bomb is doing. Oh, that was fun.
So you think... So he's been shot in the gut. You think he just heals?
Well, if he's going through time, it might actually be so, yes. But the thing is, where are they going to land in 2007? Are they going to land where the hats were? Or are they going to directly to the foot? Yeah,
no,
they should.
He should.
Right?
He should, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put something down that Saeed will be healed by the island.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think he also still has a very important role to play. He is a Richard. He has become a Richard as well, like on the other side, that is. A modern time Richard. He knows things, and as with Juliet, they can just give him something. Okay, we need someone who knows this knowledge. Saeed is the one. Okay, we need someone who can kick someone's groin. Okay, Juliet is the one. It feels like they're just doing that. They have a bunch of people. They just give them... It's like role-playing game. You know that. You just roll the dice and you get the skill you get. Right?
So okay, so 2007, everyone shows up.
Yep.
Juliet, is she dead? Is she alive?
She's okay.
And
she's not in the hole. That's one thing for sure. But if they have did that, well, she can actually be.
Yeah, because in 2007, the swan's not there. There's a big crater.
Yeah.
She just lay at the bottom of the crater.
Yeah. But there's no rope or anything, so.
No, but I'm sure they can get her out. I mean,
yeah, she can fly.
So, actually, that makes a lot of sense because that would tell me why did they need it to implode and become a crater, so that when they get to 2007, she's not smothered underground.
Exactly, because you remember how the well disappeared at the Orchid when John dropped down to turn the wheel.
So then I assume Sawyer's not going to be upset with Jack because Juliet's back. Kate, I mean, I don't know anything.
Well, you have already connected Kate with Aaron, so we are not totally sure. But if Kate is still going to be consistent about searching for Claire in order to help Aaron, that's her work. But she's so stupid, so I don't bother with her.
So are we going to suddenly see, like, Boone and Shannon come stumbling out of the jungle?
Oh, bollocks. Like please, no.
Like we crashed here 3 years ago. We've been living on the island ever since.
Oh, well, we do. Well, dead is dead, first of all.
Dead, even with time travel?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, one thing we know, Mr. Echo is planted, and we also know that Ana Lucia is planted. We also have buried a couple of other, including Boone.
Oh yeah, a lot of people.
But Claire is the only one we haven't buried.
Correct. So do the dead people come back?
No, I don't think so.
If they reset
I don't get that feeling anymore. That was something that I had back in season 3 and 4. I was a Hurley. He was talking to the dead people. He was talking to Charlie and that. Now that we know what has happened, anyone could be Charlie. Probably the Man in Black, but also Jacob. I think that Jacob had the same ability to do what the Man in Black did.
You know what? What if... Oh, this one just blew my mind.
Okay.
What if they reset the timeline? Okay. 815 still crashes.
Yeah.
Okay. Only 8 people survive. Two of them die, and the Oceanic 6 are the only ones who actually survive. Just like the lie. So the lie actually becomes the truth?
Oh. Yeah, but that's a short story. That's also 3 minutes, and that's it.
But, I mean, I'm not saying that's the end, but the lie becomes the truth, and that's how we explain away that all these other people, they're still dead.
Yeah, that's one way of explaining it. Yeah, but how about Charlotte, Daniel, Miles, Ellie, Charles Widmore, Desmond even? I mean, there's a lot of people who are depending on 815 going down. Ethan, Goodwin, I mean, I can keep on doing it. Not Kimi and his guys, because he wouldn't be bothered going with on that freighter by then.
Even, yeah, that's a good point. But that would be a nice...
Yeah, and where is Michael?
Yeah.
Walt, even. You know, there is too many of them out there because there's too many loose ends. And yes, I know that there are going to be loose ends at the end of season 6. So that much I have understood. There just has to be. Okay, there is one more question.
Okay.
Are we able to turn the wheel once more? Can we turn the wheel over and over again? Because that might actually be a power factor.
I mean, I don't see why not, unless...
Well, the reason I'm thinking is that turning the wheel or dropping the H-bomb has the same effect. If I'm correct, it changes time for someone.
So turning my interpretation is that turning the wheel moves the island
In time.
and space,
Yeah.
the geographic location. And the only reason all that skipping through time happened is because they left right before he turned the wheel, so it was unbalanced. It didn't have the right mass.
Ah, okay.
Like
so
a
when
record.
John, yeah.
Yeah.
So when John came back, okay,
Yeah,
he
if
turned
they
the
hadn't
time
if they hadn't
right.
left, if they were still on the island, he would have turned the wheel. The island would have moved, but that the whole time skipping thing wouldn't have happened.
That's cool.
That's what I think.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh, that, you see what we're up to. We have now a couple of episodes ahead of us that is so full of anything can happen. Anything
God, yeah.
can. Oh, by the way, you have already seen this.
So I'm gonna okay. So yeah, here's the thing about season 6. I know how it ends,
Yeah, that's the only
But-
thing you're really sure about, right?
but so all the scenes this season with I'm gonna give us some examples. Hurley and Saeed, Secret
Yeah.
Agent. I thought
Yep.
that was all season 6.
Okay.
What's this called? No, I remembered that Jughead went off, but I felt like there was more of Sawyer and Juliet in season 6.
It was a little
But
okay.
but everything I was thinking of happened in 5 though.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a couple things, very small things that I remember that happened in season 6, but not
Not enough to
So-
make it patch together, right?
okay. I remember like one specific plot line.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let me say it this way. I know what happens to Saeed. I remember that plot line.
Yeah.
I remember how it completely ends,
Yeah.
but I really don't remember. Like, I don't remember what else happens in season 6. Like, I can't really say. I have a vague
Yeah.
remembrance of what happens, but like as if I was reading it on the back of a DVD,
Oh, yeah.
but not like I can't picture the scenes. Like I can't picture where Jack go. Oh, I take that.
No,
back.
no, no.
I remember two. Okay, I'm
Don't
remembering more.
don't overuse your brain because your memory banks are full already.
Season 6 is going to be interesting.
Very interesting. And it's actually it has all been it feels like 5 and 6 are one. It feels like it's just continuing, but that's because season 6 is lying here straight ahead of my face. It's just going away to the telly and just keep on watching like nothing has happened. But we have recorded this.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I remember a lot of stuff in the middle of season 6.
Okay.
But I cannot think of how it gets from there to the end. And some of it I can't think of how it gets from the beginning to the middle. So I have a spotty recollection, which is
Yeah.
very good because that means I'm going to enjoy this. And I'm going
Absolutely.
to go, oh yeah, now I remember at the last second.
Yes.
But not
That's why.
yeah, but not too far in advance. So we'll see. We'll see.
I totally love to have total blank when it comes to this show. Absolutely.
I mean,
It's like looking at Star Wars in 1977. Oh dear.
I get this feeling. I don't think this is right, but I get the feeling that like I remember so much about season 1, and then it becomes more and more blurry.
Yeah.
Like maybe season 6 didn't hold my interest as much. until the
It
end?
is stretched because you're watching it once a week. So it's stretched that way, and that means that you actually during 1 week you're able to just drop some little detail or anything. You drop that from your memories. It's like that. And if you're asking me now about season 2, I don't remember anything except I think we meet the others. Something like no, the Tailies, of course. Yeah. It was Ana Lucia. Yeah, right. And there was driving around Christian in Australia, and there are just tiny pieces. I'm not totally sure.
Yeah. All right. So what you've just finished listening to
is our predictions for season 6 of Lost.
And next episode is going to be season 6. It's a 2-part episode.
Yes.
LAX. I think we should only cover part 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Let's not go to episode 3.
Because we believe it's going to be a jump start, as we just said.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Well, I'm looking forward to it, Ron.
Okay.
Bye.
See you next time.